Welcome to Holy Cross College Soccer Media Day here on the Regional Radio Sports Network. We're starting things off with the men's side, and my name is Tanner Campen. Looking forward to some Saints soccer throughout the course of this season, and of course one of the people I've been so fortunate to get to know over the many years, and that's Omar, Gallo, the head coach for the men's team. Well, Coach, obviously so great to be back here for another season, and I'd be remiss if we didn't start with the brand new field. I mean, you got a new scoreboard with the sound system, you got the lights, which I know was big, a fence around it. I mean, Coach, it looks brand new. I know it's grass, and I know turf is always still in the mix, but you got to be so happy with how the field is looking, just your overall impressions on the work that was done to continue to elevate this Holy Cross program.
Yeah, no, first and foremost, I just want to take this time and say, all glory to God. I mean, none of this is possible without him. And then, of course, thank you to our administration for the work they did behind the scenes to make this happen, to all the donors that contributed, the family, the friends, I mean, the current players, the former players. I mean, yeah, I mean, the new field, the new lights, the new sound, the new fencing, the new scoreboard, the new, FIFA goals, new locker room. I mean, I remember leaving for Spain on June 20th, and there was nothing going on the field, and my boss saying, "Don't worry, it's going to happen." And sometimes you just gotta, preach what you say and listen to yourself at times. And we say trust the process. And sure enough, I left for Spain for 2 weeks. I came back, and next thing you know, there was lights, sound, scoreboard, and fencing, and a locker room built. So no, it's we're very blessed. It's been a process. It's been a long couple years, but we're excited. We're excited, and I think that's given the guys that boost of energy and hope that we needed going into this season.
When you talk about trust the process, I know that's a big matchup for you guys, and why not Holy Cross? Let's talk about last year's team. You guys were the definition of that. You look at 6-8-6 and like, is this team going to make any noise? All you guys do is go to Judson, get a major upset win, 1-0, and you hang around a great Trinity Christian team, which I'm sure you play that match again 10 times. It's probably a 5-5 series. So, and your team's always done that. You've said if you make the conference tournament, you're just as capable as anyone in that postseason tournament. What were just your overall impressions from last year? Again, 6-8-6. I know you obviously want to win more games, but you played your best soccer at the right time, and it truly proves that Holy Cross men's soccer is always capable of making a great run, especially when they're playing well.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you want to have a better winning percentage, better record. But I think the big picture here is our conference play. And I think in conference, went 5 wins, 2 losses, 5 ties, if I'm not mistaken, and those ties could have went the other way. So it's funny you said, you play Trinity Christian 10 times, you get up 5. 5 of those can go our way. So I think from a statistics standpoint, that proves its point. But no, at the end of the day, you want to play your best soccer at the end. And unfortunately, we were missing some key players last year, and our depth wasn't really too much there. And that's something that we focused in the offseason this past year. But, anytime you lose a player like Tristan Alfaro, and he's one of the leaders on our team, especially on the pitch, and we had some young guys like Cesar to come in, and Fabian and other guys, Anthony at the time, to come in, and Aiden to step up for us. And it took some time. But we were able to put it together towards the end of the season. And I think that just speaks for the CCAC in our conference. It's a very difficult conference. You never see any teams blowing each other out. It's always 1-goal games. And, again, going back to the 5 ties, that could have went either way. So, to us, it's, you want to win the conference, ideally finish first. But outside of finishing first, I mean, I think from second place all the way to 7th or 8th place was a difference of 2 wins. Some of that even 1 win, 4 to 6 points. So, at the end of the day, you just got to get in the conference tournament, and it doesn't matter where you're going to go play, because you got to beat the best to be the best.
And let's talk a little bit from last year's team before we move on to this season. Obviously, when I think of the 3 players, and these are 3 players who I was so fortunate to know since I've been doing Holy Cross soccer. Juan Perez, of course, number of records that he has set. Isaac Filippo, a true instrument. And then probably one of my all-time favorite Holy Cross Saints, Martin Fontoon. And we wish him best of luck at Notre Dame, where I know, and I know you'll know, he excels. Just talk a little bit about those guys, and even just the senior class in general. You've always been adamant, the upperclassmen, that's where it has to start. And when you've got just those 3 in general, but the senior class also, it starts with them. And again, for a guy like Martin Fontoon, those are program guys who are not going to just be successful from this time here, but in what they do after. Just your thoughts on last year's senior class.
Yeah, no, that's where it all starts, right? It's the foundation of the former players. They've laid the foundation, and that's something that we cherish and we never want to forget, right? And so not only is those 3 guys, but then you're thinking about guys like Archie, who was injured last year and still found a way to lead, and Kevin Vadana, I mean, that was able to lead in different ways off the pitch, right? And so we got to remember that it's a collective group, but at the end of the day, we're losing more than just soccer players. I think guys like Tristan right now, guys like Cesar, guys like Mikey, I mean, they're leading in the way they are because of the past players and what those guys have left behind. So, yeah, I mean, off the field, I think from a leadership standpoint, just cultural standpoint, just being able to get the guys together, I think those guys did a tremendous job of really putting action towards where it's family first, right? It's no matter what happens on the pitch, we got to focus on becoming stronger and trusting each other off the pitch. And I'm instantly seeing that in training camp right now. And then on the pitch, yeah, I mean, Isaac Filippo has gone on and is now playing at the University of Albany. Martin, is playing across the street at the University of Notre Dame. It was pretty cool going out there to watch them with the team the other day. But those guys have set a standard of excellence on the pitch. And I think them being able to play at that level proves that, in order to play at that level, you got to have a standard here at Holy Cross College. And that's what has been our focus this training camp, is setting a standard.
And let's take a look at this year's roster. And obviously, you got 29 players right now, young freshmen, but really a lot of the key ones. I look at a guy like Nathan Sanchez, who I remember you telling me last year, I mean, he has a chance to be really special. Played and started in every single match, or in second team all-conference. But there's a lot of other key pieces. I even look at a guy, one of my favorites, to chat with Michael Miller, one of your key pieces, who he brings that absolute great energy that you have to have. Yes, you want to be fun. Yes, you want to be about business. But by the end of the day, you and I know this. It's a beautiful sport. It's a fun sport. So talk a little bit about your roster and some of the players that you're really expecting to have a big year, and whether that's on the pitch, maybe even just from a leadership standpoint too.
Yeah, no, 29 players. It's the largest roster I've ever carried here since I've been here, and I've been here for a long time. And so, it was something that we really focused on going into this year because of the amount of injuries that took place last year. That we really had to amp up our depth chart, and I think that's the one area that we focus on. It's the one area we hit. I mean, going into preseason first match, we had 8 guys out, 4 starters, and guys were able to pick up the slack there. So, but no, I mean, it's a great class. I think it's 10 freshmen, if I'm not mistaken, 2 transfers. I mean, 12 incoming guys. We've been very lucky and blessed to get the guys that we have, but just similar to Nate, there's a lot of other young talent that we brought in this year that we're expecting to come in and have an immediate impact. Guys like Nico, Anthony's brother Nico, that's come in as a freshman. He's region player of the year back home, and he was state player of the year in high school at 5A. So, I mean, he comes in and brings an instant spark. And another guy like Danny Alfaro, I think what we did this past year was really find ways. I mean, we lost a lot of points, right? We lost a lot of points. I think it was about 130 points or something like that when you add in Kevin, Juan, and Ike up top, right? And so it's tough to replace that. And so we're banking on guys like returning players such as Kai and guys incoming, guys like Nico and Danny and Chung and other returning guys such as Eric. I mean, these guys really have to step up for us. But no, we're excited. I think these guys have come in and have set the tone right away on the field, but then off the field as well. They're good people. And then, you bring in a guy like Anthony Cruz, who's a transfer that has been at an NCAA Division I program, then, been at a top JUCO program. He's coming in and bringing instant leadership and experience in the back line. So it's a mix of experience, and I think you need that in order for us to maintain the level of play we had last year.
And, Coach, kind of give you to wrap up, you said it, the CCAC obviously last year was Governor State, and props. They had a tremendous season. They were very well presented. Really wish they could have made a deeper run. And obviously your other top teams, you got all of it, Nazarene as always. But plain and simple, Coach, what is going to make this Holy Cross team successful this year, and what is the thing that you and the rest of the players are most looking forward to? New field, brand new facilities, brand new everything, a great opportunity. What is going to make Holy Cross men's soccer successful this season?
Nothing changes. I think at the end of the day, it's continuing to strive to be the most disciplined team in the conference. I mean, we talk about like defense is our number one priority, okay? But at the end of the day, we got to be disciplined defensively. If we're focused on our defensive shape and focused on being disciplined, then everything else will plan out. But what's most important is we got to be disciplined in our personal lives. We got to be disciplined off the field, because if these guys can't be disciplined in the classroom, disciplined with what they eat, the rest they get, taking care of their bodies, we can't expect them to be disciplined when it comes to the tactics of the game. So in order for us to have success, I mean, we want to strive on being the most disciplined team off the field in the conference, which in my opinion will lead to being the most disciplined team defensively in the conference. And if we were able to win the ball, then I think with the players we have in the attack, the results will speak for itself.
Well, Coach Gallo, as always, I am so looking forward to watching your team play. I think you do such a tremendous job. It's been great over the years. I remember when you won Conference Coach of the Year, you sent it to us. Plain and simple, Coach. It is always great to watch you and your wife and your son and everyone here. As always, best of luck this season. We look forward to getting to be here for the games. Coach Gallo, as always, best of luck to you and the rest of the Saints this season.
Thanks, Tanner. We appreciate you guys. You guys do a tremendous job and always find a way to make our home games even more exciting. So looking forward to having you guys this year.
Well, you're going to want to check out the field, so be sure to come out to Holy Cross College and check out the new field. It's going to be great. You can also check out lots of Holy Cross content on our website at rrsn.com. So once again, that's Omar Gallo, the head coach of the Holy Cross Saints men's soccer team. Plenty of stuff still to come here on Holy Cross College Soccer Media Day, so be sure to stick around here on the Regional Radio Sports Network, your ticket to the best seat in the house since 1992.